Have you ever wanted to extend the functionality of Sybiz Vision? Well, we've got breakpoints to do that, which basically allows you to customize the software to your needs. These breakpoints can be applied to various areas such as contact management, creditors, debtors, and so on. And each of these is triggered off specific events such as after a sales invoice has been created or after a sales invoice has been processed. Now, please contact your authorized Sybiz business partner for help in setting up these breakpoints, as they are a little tricky. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to a sales invoice and show you some examples of what you can do with breakpoints. So if we go over to debtors and we go to sales invoice, our first thing we've done is on the new event, and if I click on the document store, we can see that we've automatically added a terms and conditions form to this transaction. Next, we have a customer changed event. So when I change this customer, I'm going to pick bones here, and click off. We can see that we've got the IC lines, sticks and stones automatically added to this transaction. Okay, and if we look up in the top right corner here, we can see that we've got a delivery address of 43 Fullerton Road here. And I've added this custom ribbon button here that says Google Maps. And what it's going to do is it's going to launch Google Maps and show us in a web browser here. So if I click on this, we can see that it's gone to here. This is where Sybiz is, at 43 Fullerton Road. Okay, moving down to the transactional grid, we've got a sell value changed breakpoint. And what I've done with this is I don't want this transaction to have basically duplicate lines in terms of like the type and the item. So I'm going to try and add in another sticks line now. So we're going to go new line, IC, and I'm going to pick sticks. And what we can see here is we've got a message box that's popped up, and it says existing line with item and account. And if I click OK here, we can see that it's actually automatically removed it, preventing me from doing that. Okay? Now, you may notice here we've got two different tax codes. Sticks has a tax code of import, and Stones has a tax code of export. And I don't want these to be changed by anyone. So we've actually got a breakpoint that can disable the editing of cells here. So what I've done is I've disabled anybody from coming in and modifying the tax code. So it's just using the sales tax code that's on the product here. Okay. Likewise, we can actually change what these cells do too. I've disabled manual entry into this quantity invoice here. You can still do it on quantity deliver, as you can see, but we've got an ellipsis button that we can click on. And if I click this ellipsis button, it comes up with a little form here, and it says enter the quantity invoice. Much like what you do on the other, but I'm just showing that you can do other things. So if I just hit 6 here and go OK, we can see that's updated. Okay, we've got some events that you can do before a save or before a process, and after a save and after a process. So what I've done is I don't want to be able to process a sales invoice if the total down here is lower than 100. So if I just go straight here and go process, we can see we get this message popping up that says processing cancelled, the invoice is under $100. So let's go fix this up. So if we just put in 60 here, we can see we've got a total of 360, and we go process now, it allows it to go through. And I've also done something behind the scenes after this process too. What have I done? I've created an activity for this sales invoice. So if we go over here to CRM and we go to my activities list, we can see we've got a task here, number 4. It's got the subject purchase invoice SINV 0004. And if we edit it, we can see it's picked up the customer here, the bones, and it's got a description that just says invoice 360. Now you might want to put more details on this, but somebody could follow this up and all that sort of stuff. So as a really quick overview of breakpoints, they're really flexible. You can do lots of things. Whatever you can kind of think of, you should be able to do with breakpoints. Thank you for choosing Sybiz.